Muslims don't deny the Bible. Which Muslim said that?
Every Muslim I just spoke to today has denied this Bible.
No.
Is this Bible true?
No. It's true, of course.
Is this Bible true?
Yes.
Okay. Right, so you disagree with all the other Muslims I just spoke to?
Yeah, because the Quran says you respect the Bible.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with you. So now let me ask you this question. You've said that this Bible is true. Right, I want to ask you a question then. Yeah. No, he's making his own. Bro, if you want to jump in the conversation, jump in. But don't interrupt from the sidelines.
No, let me follow the discussion.
Thank you. Come forward, sir. Come forward. So I want to ask you a question. These are the words of Jesus. And he says this. Says, "Behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me, to render to every man according to what he has done. And I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end." So here's my question. According to the Bible, who has the title first and last?
We have a verse in the Quran that we believe in all prophets.
Yep.
We believe in all books.
Yeah.
We believe in all prophets. There are more books
Yeah.
than the Quran and the Bible and the Torah. So for every nation there is a prophet, and for every nation there is a book.
Right?
So we don't want to go into the details and differences of books, but we believe in the totality of them because all of them came from God.
Okay.
So we believe in the totality of them.
Brilliant.
If there are differences here and there,
Uncle, now answer my question.
yes.
So my question was, I read from you a verse from the Bible that you said you believe in. So my question to you is this. According to the Bible, who has the title the first and the last?
If Jesus said that, then he is Jesus.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Right,
We
according
agree. The Bible.
according to
So,
one
that's
second.
what I'm telling you.
Wait one second.
We don't want to go into the details.
Yeah, we do want to go into the
I
details.
believe in the totality of the books. I
Right.
believe in Jesus.
Right.
I believe in Buddha.
Yeah.
I believe in all the prophets.
You-
So every nation has a prophet.
So let's address that passage. What is your evidence of anyone coming to the Anglo-Saxons, my people,
Yes.
and preaching Islam in the message of the English?
I don't have the evidence. I don't say
Right.
that. I didn't say
I know you didn't. But let me address this point to you, because the Quran is making a fallacious claim. The Quran is making a false claim.
which
The claim is that Allah has sent a messenger to every people to preach Islam in the language of those people. Let me finish. Uncle, I don't want to get in a shouting match with you. So please, Uncle, I don't want to get in a shouting match with you. So please, when I speak, listen. And when you speak, I will listen. So the Quran states clearly that every nation has had a messenger come in their own language. However, there are many languages that emerge after the 7th century. And so the Quran claims something that is false. The English language came after the dawn of Islam. No Muslim prophet has ever come to preach monotheism to the English. The only people that preached monotheism to the English were the Christian saints like Saint Augustine of Canterbury, Saint Augustine of Rome. So in other words, the Quran makes a statement that is false. Go on, yes.
in the Quran, Islam is an umbrella. In the Quran, Islam is an umbrella. Under this umbrella, there are Jews. Sorry?
Just ignore him. He's a troll. He'll just try to kidnap the conversation. Just ignore him.
There is, under this umbrella, there is Judaism, there is Islam, there is Catholicism, Protestant, everybody is under. Islam does not signify only the followers of Muhammad. Followers of Muhammad are mu'minun. But Islam is this kind of umbrella.
Yeah.
So, and prophets will come. There are always people preaching in different places. Chinese had a prophet.
Right, can I reply?
Japanese had a prophet.
Can I reply?
Indians have a prophet.
Can I reply? Because if we are saying, I'll debate you in a second. Control yourself. So if you're going to say that the Quranic statement is true, that there's been Muslim messengers going to every nation in their own language, let me finish, Uncle. Right? we should expect to see some kind of evidence of that truth. But the fact is, we see no evidence of that claim. The only person ever that is evidence to preach Islam is Muhammad. So it's simply a false statement of the Quran. And if you're going to make a claim as the Quran does, the onus is on you to provide the evidence to the claim. If you have no evidence, you can't. The Quran stands.
Doesn't need religion.
That the Quran says every nation has received a prophet in their own tongue. Yeah, I'll show you.
Not Muhammad, not.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, because you were the first one to state that. You brought this into the argument.
Yeah.
So you must know it's there then.
No, not Muhammad.
No, I didn't say Muhammad.
From where you go? From the verse Prophet in the Deen and Allah al-Islam. From where you go? When you tell him everything, I believe in this.
Al-Islam.
No, in the Deen and Allah al-Islam. What does it mean?
What is Islam?
No, explain it. In the Deen, what is the Deen? What does it mean?
Right, since you've jumped into this conversation, where is your evidence that Muhammad, where is your evidence that there were prophets of Islam in other nations? Where is your evidence? 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 Where is your evidence that there were Muslims? Where is your evidence that there were Muslim prophets who went to other nations to teach Islam? Can you give me a simple evidence of all the different nations that were around before Islam? Can you point to any evidence at all that anyone taught Islam before Muhammad? You can't, can you? You can't. You can't. Okay, Uncle, enjoy your conversation with him. Take care. Bye bye. So,
welcome back, Bo.
how we doing, JC?
Sporting a new haircut.
Yep, sporting a new haircut.
So yeah, Bo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, so we've raised a voice. We've raised a voice for persecuted Christians in Pakistan. Just as predictable, we saw a whole bunch of Muslims being triggered by that and wanting to change the topic, wanting to whitewash, wanting to obfuscate about the persecution of Christians in the Muslim world. And we refused to jump through their hoops, just like all of you should refuse to jump through the hoops of those who want to talk about anything other than the persecuted church when you raise the topic of the persecuted church. Don't budge an inch, don't give your ground. And then one of the Muslim interlocutors who interrupted was bold enough to challenge me about Christ's divinity. Within 5 minutes he was sent fleeing because Ali Dawah, the coward, pulled him out of the debate. Because for 6 years I've been kicking the ass of every Muslim speaker on the topic of the Bible's teaching about Christ's divinity. And that's why they always run. And ladies and gentlemen, we've seen that Muslims demand of Christians criterions of evidence that they themselves cannot provide. They demand of us to show them in these words X. But when we say to them, show me in these words X, suddenly that criteria is not sufficient and we shouldn't apply it. So it shows that Muslims are working to a double standard, and you should not give them an inch on that line of logic, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, Muslims like this one interrupt conversations because they're afraid of debate, and when you challenge them to debate, they simply run away. Why? Because Christians like myself have been kicking the ass of the Dawah team for 6 years. JC, you think 7, I think it's 6. 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, in this park. Don't go to a Muslim to learn about Christianity. Come to a Christian to learn about Christianity, ladies and gentlemen. God bless. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Our conversation is over because we were talking. Our conversation is over. I'm not interested in talking anymore. because when we were talking, you very rudely started talking to him and you ignored me. So now I'm not interested in talking to you. Have a good day.